Welcome to the Herb Man T podcast. I am your host, Herb Man T.
Spectate.
I'm feeling real good. Hey, and I'm back from feeling real good. Today's topic is gonna be about reproductive problems, trigger finger, as well as premature ejaculation, and much more. Now, if you want to support the podcast, head over to patreon.com/herbmant, patreon.com/herbmant. And if you could come on over to YouTube, like and subscribe. Again, like and subscribe over on YouTube. So first things first, let's start with the problems. I'm going to talk about male reproductive problems. So it could be anywhere from erectile dysfunction, abnormal cells in the prostate, abnormal cells in the testes, low energy, infertility, etc. No matter what male reproductive problem you're having, you always want to focus on the endocrine system, male reproductive system, and the lymphatic system. And with any problem in the body, you always want to think holistic, but today I'm going to focus on herbs for the male reproductive system, herbs for the female reproductive system, and a couple of questions I had being one about trigger finger and the other about premature ejaculation. All right, so a couple of causes of male reproductive problems: hormonal imbalance, low energy, which ties into weak adrenal gland function, a lot of stress, which can then turn into weak adrenal gland function. What could also play a role or take a toll on a weak pituitary gland, considering that the pituitary gland sends hormones to the other glands in the body, even the gonads, the testicles. So a couple of herbs to observe to help bring balance or support the wellness of the male reproductive system. You have saw palmetto berry. It is an anti-inflammatory as well as a reproductive tonic, so it can help to strengthen the reproductive system for both men and women. You also have one of my favorites, cleavers, which is an anti-inflammatory, astringent, alterative, diuretic, and lymphatic tonic. So basically, it can help to move lymph, which is critical for reducing inflammation, for healing the cells, etc. Because lymph deals with your waste. It is the sewer system of the body. It deals with cleaning up the cells or removing waste from around the cells. If you do not remove the waste from around the cells, you will not properly clean them. No different than you're not moving the waste out of your house. Eventually, your house is going to become filthy, and you're going to get irritated, and things are just not going to go right. Anti-inflammatory, reduce inflammation. It works great for reducing inflammation in the testicles. Astringent helps to tone and tighten tissues. Alterative, the same as being a lymphatic, basically move lymph, and diuretic, promote or stimulate kidneys function. Now, the kidneys are the main doorway to removing lymph or to removing your waste. So it's very important to focus on the kidneys when you're working on moving lymph as well. Another herb to observe, uva ursa leaf, also known as bearberry. It is a urinary antiseptic, so it can work to clean the urinary system. And it's also a diuretic, so promote the stimulation, or it stimulates kidney function. Ginkgo leaf is a cerebral circulatory stimulant, so it can help to bring circulation to the male reproductive area. I got a camera running back here, a 4K camera. Hopefully it lasts through the whole episode. I forgot the camera's over there, not right there. Then I got another one over here on the phone. Yeah, I'm working on getting better quality videos for my Patreon members. All right, so ginkgo leaf, working on bringing circulation to the male reproductive area, but it's great for circulation all over the body. Specifically, though, it's great for circulation going to the brain because it is also a neuroprotective and cognitive enhancer. I wanted to say cognition for some reason. But so it's great for promoting circulation to the brain. And as you know, you need nerves in order to get it up. If your nerves are not working properly, how are you going to get it up? Not only that, if you don't have nutrition, you don't have life going to that area, as well as waste being removed from that area. So that's when, cleavers as well as ginkgo leaf are great together. And then lastly, an herb for the heart or for the blood, hawthorn berry. It's a cardiotonic, diuretic, and antioxidant. So it's great for bringing balance to the heart. So when I was mentioning you need circulation, you need oxygen going to the male reproductive area. What is carrying the oxygen, or how does the oxygen get there? And that's via the blood. So just a quick recap of those herbs. You have saw palmetto berry, cleavers, uva ursi leaf, ginkgo leaf, and hawthorn berry. Now, also, when you're talking about having low energy, you have herbs known as adaptogens that can help you help the body adapt to stress. Also, when adapting to stress, the adaptogens can help to increase the energy levels in the body, because your adrenal glands are the key organ to focus on when dealing with a low energy situation. I got to get a bigger cup. I definitely do. I have about, I think about 12 herbs in there right now. Yeah. I don't know what I did, but I did something right there. So, adaptogens, you have herbs like ashwagandha root, astragalus root, holy basil, schisandra berry, Siberian ginseng. I know especially Siberian ginseng is great for increasing the activity of your endocrine system as a whole. Schisandra berry is extremely powerful, in my opinion. Uh, it's a tonic, so it can help to tone the entire endocrine system. It also works on stimulating or promoting the health of the immune system as well as your nervous system. And then now I'm going to move over to herbs for the female reproductive system. First, we're going to talk about some common problems, whether it be infertility, PCOS, abnormal cells in the uterus, cervix, vagina. Anytime you hear me saying abnormal cells, I'm referring to cancer. I'm just trying not to get banned. So when you see their definition of cancer, you'll see it's simply just abnormal cells, or cells that can no longer be used by the body, that are beginning to accumulate and now disrupt normal bodily function. Yeah, so uterine fibroids, endometriosis, etc. So again, what could be the cause of these problems? 9.9 times out of 10, lymphatic stagnation. And of course, you have a hormonal imbalance. So if you're having issues in the female reproductive area, you always want to focus on the reproductive area, of course, the endocrine system, as well as the lymphatic system. And again, is always holistic. So you got to make sure you are consuming the proper foods. And that will in turn give you nutrition so that the cells can become stronger and help to, you can say, fight off whatever inflammation that is going on. And understand too, inflammation is simply just an immune response. So you have, once inflammation occurs, you have the body sending blood to that area, trying to give it nutrition. You have your fats trying to cushion the cells, cushion the tissues to help protect the tissues from this heat that's happening, or this level of acidosis that's going on. You could have water being sent to this area to help cushion or clean the cells. And then also, lastly, the worst case scenario, you have calcium utilization, or the body trying to combat this level of acidosis in a certain area by stripping the connective tissues of its calcium. And that's where you get things like varicose veins, or uh, varicocele, I believe. Basically, varicose veins in the testes area. So you have water or edema. You have fats, your cholesterols or lipids, and then you have connective tissue, or your calcium. Those are three ways that the body try and fight acidosis before things begin to fail. So, a couple of herbs for the female reproductive system to help support its wellness and bring balance to it. You have red raspberry leaf. It is an astringent uterine tonic, and it also facilitates parturition or parturition. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Astringent tones and tightens tissues. Uterine tonic tones and tightens the uterus. It's also a nutritive as well, and it can help to regulate childbirth. If I'm not mistaken, I am not a woman. Also, you have squalvine, also known as partridge berry. Now, for the longest time, I was trying to find, you know, where can I get squalvine from? Turns out it's under the name partridge berry. So if you're looking for partridge berry or squalvine, search under the name partridge berry. Partridge berry. It is also a uterine tonic as well as a diuretic. I think this herb is. I think it's on the watch list. Uh, it's on the endangered list. Not mistaken. That's how you know it's good. I'm looking to see now if it is, and it might just be at risk. Yeah, yeah. It's at risk of being endangered. So people have caught wind that it works, it's beneficial, and now they're starting to use it up. Or also too, it could just be people aren't growing it as much, or it's not many places that it can be grown, so it's a limited supply. But either way, people are using it. Another herb to help promote the female reproductive system function is motherwort. It is a sedative, nervine, emmenagogue, antispasmodic, and cardiotonic. So sedative can help to relax the nerves. Nervine, most likely, it is a relaxant nervine. Emmenagogue promote menstruation. Antispasmodic, similar to a sedative, can help to relax or calm the nerves. Cardiotonic can promote the wellness of the heart. Then lastly, here I have cramp bark, another antispasmodic sedative, but it also has astringent qualities. So can relax the nerves, relax the uterus area, as well as astringent tone and tightening at the same time. All right. Happy Friday, Centuria. I got to figure how to pronounce your last name. Do you got to roll the R's? Gor. Is it like Gor? All right. Then I had a question about trigger finger. So, symptoms of trigger finger, you have finger stiffness, popping or clicking when the finger moves. So, finger stiffness is lymphatic stagnation in the finger. So, what can stop the finger from moving or cause your nervous system not to uh, act on the somatic nervous system? The somatic nervous system deals with your voluntary muscle movements. So you're telling your finger to move, but it's not moving, or it's just stiff all of a sudden, or swollen. So basically, acids have accumulated in the finger area. So on one end, you have, well, it's basically just poor circulation going there, and maybe the blood is flowing to a certain point, but that waste is not being moved out, and because that waste is stagnant and stuck there, now you have the stiffness going on, or inflammation, or pain, etc. So in order to get this waste moving or get it out, I mean, you can start walking more, but ultimately you have to get those kidneys to filter, because again, they are the main doorway to removing that waste that has accumulated. That way, once you begin to remove the waste, then the cells can start to repair itself and regenerate. But some more symptoms, you have tenderness or a bump in the palm at the base of the affected finger. Yeah. So any type of bump, tumor, abnormal cell growth, etc. Again, that waste needs to be moved out, and it's not moving out properly. Definitely want to go after the lymphatic system. So greater for the to help promote circulation to that area, you have ginkgo leaf, also known as maiden hair. Greater for the nerves is overall nervous system balance. Skull cap is a relaxant nervine, And then greater for the kidneys, and the lymph is cleavers. It can promote the flow of lymph as well as promote kidneys function. I know I mentioned two of those earlier. The only one I didn't mention earlier was skull cap. But then you have herbs for the adrenal glands that I mentioned for the male reproductive system issues. But we all have adrenals, so they can work well for both genders. All right. Lastly, premature ejaculation. So nervous system problem, overexcitement. A great herb for that is hops. Hops, yeah, it's a sedative. So similar to skull cap, but I would say stronger, relaxing nervine, so it can help to calm the nerves down. But also too, just go ahead and I would say observe ginkgo leaf as well. You may want to take a look at Cassandra berry, tone everything up in the endocrine system, nervous system, as well as the immune system. Uh, Maybe even want to look into milky oats or oat straw, just in case those emotions are always going up and down as well. Oh, I was right. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Yeah. All right, perfect time. And yeah, thank you all for joining the podcast again. Like and subscribe over on YouTube. And if you want to support the podcast, go ahead and become a Patreon member on patreon.com/herbmant, patreon.com/herbmant, and enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Spectate.
Feeling real good. Feeling like I never knock on wood. Studying my health, I think you should. Be a better you every day, keep it true. I'm feeling real good. Feeling like I never knock on wood. Studying my health, I think you should. Be a better you every day, keep it true. And be held accountable for everything that you do. Be surrounded by the ones that are loving you. Growing never sink unless you sinking in the shot. While you in the fourth quarter and the haters sit and watch. They don't wanna move. They wanna sit and talk, never do. Don't you worry about them, strive to improve. And when they gunning for your queen, kinda move. They don't wanna move. They wanna sit and talk, never do. Don't you worry about them, strive to improve. And when they gunning for your queen, kinda move. I'm feeling real good. Feeling like I never knock on wood.